Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got... Coach, it is something not seen all that often in these parts. Playoff football in North Carolina. We've got it at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers. One of two spots in the NFC title game awaits the winner here as we're underway in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Ready, ready! 60 yards. Hey, lock it. You better be ready. Hey, echo. Kill, 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 kill. Alert flare, flare. 45. Ready, ready.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go. Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
SOS. You're out. Tight dog. Kill.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Check out route.
They go quickly here out to Moore. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. first carry for the former Florida Gator, Jordan Scarlett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Set. 18 Gator. Strip the ball. Strip. Look. Squeeze. Pass it. Watch the shift. Watch the shift. Five.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Rock it. Jump 6-6. Pull it high. Go.
Here's McCaffrey. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Ready, break.
Mike's 50. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
Hey, high 7. Go. Hit it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Blackburn. And he's got his target. That's more. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
On first down, this is McCaffrey, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Now a run with McCaffrey. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
Well, they held them out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Ready.
Ito Smith, his first carry. Now a look at Smith. Not sure exactly what happened, but he's still down. We'll step aside. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a give, right side. It's Green. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Check 52.
Check it backer. Check it backer.
Kill.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready, set.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Rip left. Hey, Alpha. March 50. Defense wins championship.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here we go, set. 15 line. Check. Recon, 132 fighter. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Hey, zoom.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Hey, alert. Mike's 50.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch. Chance.
Hey, orbit. Mike's 50. Let's go.
From the gun, Blackburn, and Thomas has it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 50. Here we go.
Yo, go.
Watch twist.
Hey, foxtrot.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Single. Watch 84. Watch 84.
5. Cut. Go.
Throwing again. Blackburn. And he's taken down inside the 30. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Go. Go.
50, Mike, 50. Tackles. 50's the mark. 50's the mark. You can't block me.
Like, Lee Griffin.
Looking to throw on second down. Blackburn looking middle, and it's incomplete. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, Charlie. Get it.
Operating from the gun. Blackburn. Now he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And his kick is indeed good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Right back to him on first down. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Throwing on second down. Brissett. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Brissett from the gun on third. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's a cold night. And whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Look at me. Go.
36.
Pilot, 64. Weak.
So that'll back him up 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Watch the screen. Switch.
General West. Shoot.
Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
Brings up 2nd and 15 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Get that quarterback.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, exit.
Check 59, Mike.
Put up. Ready?
To throw on 2nd down. Blackburn, he gets it to Thomas. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Wahoo!
Mike's 50. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D.
80 weapon.
Rush in.
Yep.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Let's go. Let's do this.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
Check three. Check.
5.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And they will bottle him up behind the line, and now will they use a timeout? Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 20. A big boot that time. 57 yards, the official distance. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, a trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Olsen, and they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett, rush coming, and he's taken down. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike 96, Mike 96. Watch his left, watch his left.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 19-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
All day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 6 guys.
Protein spill.
Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Check, 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 check.
Check, 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 check.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Ready up.
50's the mic.
Topper, topper. Hit it.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go. 8, read.
50. Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Showing it. Showing it.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Bravo.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Ready.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
Quiet, D, we're pretty quiet.
Hey, Delta.
50.
Deep river. Deep river.
From the gun, Blackburn. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Taken in at the 22. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 44-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
To throw is Brissett. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
It's third and long for Brissett. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Well, this secondary's done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, staying.
Accelerating, and off he goes. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. Jordan Scarlett, 81 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 70 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Now here's Olisic. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. 1 quarter remains. Falcons for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down?
And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass, and the Falcons cut into that lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 50.
Ready.
McCaffrey trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, Echo. Yo, Cheetah. Go.
Operating from the gun. Blackburn is going to float this over the middle deep. That's going to be caught. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A big play there. 62 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
at their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brissett on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, his second sack of the night. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
Mike's 56. We don't want this. 56 is Mike. 56 is
Brissett. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They're giving those short little routes, tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Over the middle, it's complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Brissett now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. But it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Dante Jackson picks it, and he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away, turned into a nice play.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So what did they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how did they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space.
Here on second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Brissett now. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Let's go, baby.